This is Matthew Hoagland.
And this is Tony Standrod. And have you ever really wondered what happens in the real estate world? Well, you're in the right place, because we're going to talk a little bit about it on this episode of Real Life in Real Estate. Let's go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Matthew Hoagland, team lead here at the Hoagland team, Remax Premier Properties. Another episode of Real Life in Real Estate. And man, Tony, I just love those intros, dude.
Bro.
Like, you crush those.
Well, you know, it's fun doing it, and I'm glad that we get to do it again today. I don't ever want to pass up an opportunity to have a conversation with you and to bring people in on that.
Dude, yeah, you're too kind. Well, so today, dude, let's talk a little bit about the real estate contract. So the Greater Louisville Association of Realtors, they have a panel, so to speak, that designs and, changes this contract periodically, typically once a year. But we really want to give people an insight into, okay, hey, we're going to go buy a house. What can we kind of expect, and that kind of thing. So,
yeah.
But yeah, dude, I'm kind of excited about this one.
Yeah, man.
Kind of giving, I don't want to say some of our secrets, but just kind of sharing some insight into this contract, what you can expect when you're sitting down with your agent or looking to sign a purchase agreement, and what that looks like.
Like what are people getting into, and we talked about it just a minute ago before we jumped on here. It's like, how many people really know what they're going to be documenting, writing on, contract wise, what they're going to be bound to buy a house.
What does it all mean?
What does it all mean?
What
does it all mean?
Well, dude, give us some good news.
Good news today. How about this? Yeah. There's the music. I like that. That just, every time I hear that, it just puts me in a different headspace, and I'm ready to share some technology news.
There you go.
That's kind of what that sounds like, So this one is kind of, smartphones have been around for a little bit now. Of course, we didn't grow up with them. All of our kids, that's all they know. And as a parent, the continual battle is how much of it is a good thing and how much of it is a bad thing, right? And there are arguments out there that smart technology can make you stupid. Well, this good news is that there's somebody in Cincinnati, a professor, that argues otherwise, acknowledges there's plenty of negatives associated with it. Texting and driving, the blue lights from the screen that'll fry your eyeballs out, but
carpal tunnel with the thumbs.
Carpal tunnel with the thumbs. But according to him, he's assuring everybody that digital age is not making us dumber, according to a new study. Guy named Anthony Chimero out of the University of Cincinnati. He's a professor there, and he says, despite the headlines, there is no scientific evidence that shows that smartphones and digital technology harm our biological cognitive abilities. This is the interesting part that I didn't think about. It says that what they do instead is they change the way in which we engage with our brain, and they are beneficial. All right, so his argument is that with smartphones and the digital technology that's there, they assist with memorization, math, calculations, right? You pull your calculator out, you get a good storing information, GPS telling you where you need to go. So his argument is that because phones can do that, that frees up more of your brain to think on other things. And you don't have to spend that time trying to figure those things out.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I
like that.
Yeah. So he says that while there may be other consequences to smart technology, making us stupid is not one of them. His argument is that it's actually making us smarter because it's freeing up more brain space. So before smartphones, right? Like we were using our cognitive abilities to do all those things. We had to go, before GPS, you had to go find a map, or you had to stop and ask for directions, right? So now that you don't have to do that anymore, then your brain's freed up to do other things.
Like drive.
Right, which is kind of important when you're trying to get somewhere.
Well, and I think too, our grandparents and parents, they don't understand like some of this technology. Like they only look at it as a distraction.
Right.
That's it.
Yep. Yep. And it kind of makes me wonder, I mean, because I don't know, like conversations you're having at home about it, but that's things that obviously Annette and I are working through. It's like in the beginning, I'm starting to shift a little bit. In the beginning, I was just anti all of it with my kids, you know? And so now I'm trying to think, all right, what are the healthy aspects of having this? Because at the end of the day, man, it's going to be a totally different conversation when they're our age, because that's all they're going to know. You know, they've been growing up with this, and
well, and I wonder too, like think about the driving tests. Like, I know you've got two that are a little bit older and closer to that, but I'm thinking like,
yep,
my 6 and 7 year old, like they're still 10 years from taking the driving test. So what's that going to look like?
Will they even have to put their hands on a steering wheel?
That's right. That's right.
Or just punch a button and say, Miss or Mr. Tesla, take me to 123 Main Street.
Yeah, the Jetsons.
The Jetsons, man. It's coming. It's coming.
It is coming.
Yep. But that's the good news. The good news today is that smart technology and smartphones are in actuality not making us stupid.
Well, that's
according to this professor. Yep.
That's good to know. Well, so
sometimes I wonder.
On this day, dude.
Yes.
2 times in a row we got birthdays.
I know, man.
Isn't that crazy?
So last time the good day was Matthew Hoagland's birthday.
Myself. Yeah, that's right. Today, dude, my little Evelyn Marie, she turns 6 today, and we actually had lunch at Senor Iguanas before we came here. And
nice.
So she was born in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been put me at like year 2 or 3 in real estate, which was kind of crazy to think about, like where they were with all that timeline and that kind of thing. But yeah, dude, she's something. And I want to share a story about her that just happened actually yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So Katie was sharing with me. She's like, hey, I'm just, this house is giving me anxiety. There's things not put away, and it's just kind of driving me nuts. And I look over and I see one of Evie. So she has blankies that she sleeps with.
Okay.
So I pointed out, I was like, yeah, you mean that blankie that's over there on the register behind the table? Well, Evie heard us, and she just screamed and yelled at both of us. She said, hey, don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. My little
out of the mouths of babes.
She was 5 at the time, but that's even hilarious. So, yeah, don't judge.
Don't judge me. That's my blankie. You're just mad because you don't have one. That's hilarious.
So, but yeah, no, she, she's got a lot to say. She's determined, and it was interesting because I ended up telling our waitress today that